Yo, what is up, guys? I'm here again, and today I'm gonna be doing a rebuild in NBA 2K21, another 10-minute rebuilding challenge. And today I'm gonna be doing another team. So last time we did the Kings and it failed horribly, but almost made the playoffs. But now I'm gonna be a little bit smarter with this rebuild. Again, I'm still kind of getting used to them. But now I'm gonna do another random team. So let's go ahead and do it in 3, 2, 1, boom. The Warriors. There's actually not like a bad rebuild, but they're already like a championship caliber team. That's the only hard thing with everyone healthy. But I will do the Warriors now. So revamping, I guess, a 10-minute revamp. So yeah, I mean, thing is, the Warriors are already good, but basically, how the rules work is the team. So what I can do is I can simulate the first season, and basically the timer does not start until the end of until I make my first move after the first season is simulated. So no moves can be made when I simulate the first season, and then after that I'm gonna build through the draft lottery. Well, actually I can do what I want. If I wanted to, I could have started the timer, but what I'm gonna do basically when I make the first move is when something will happen. And I'm actually going to go ahead and simulate the season first, and then I'm not going to make moves until after this season because I want to actually see what will happen, and then there'll be another season for, then the off season I can use the off season to make trades and everything, draft, use picks, and then the next season is when we'll try to get the championship, and that's what I'm going to do. The timer does not start until I make the first trade or the first draft pick or whatever I do. So let's go ahead and simulate the first season, and then I'll be back. And also I did use the regular roster this time. I didn't use it last time, that's my fault, but now I do have Kemba on the Thunder and all this stuff update like that. Alright, the season's over. Very underwhelming season, but that's the whole point. It's a rebuild, so I can actually rebuild this team now because we obviously didn't make the playoffs. But defense player of the year Giannis, MVP LeBron, rookie of the year Lamelo. He's always averaging like 20, 21 every time I do rebuilds. Christian Wood, most improved. Frank Vogel, coach of the year. So the Lakers, I'm assuming, were the first seed. Yeah, they was first seed. They got first round exits this year, but basically, I want to see how the performance was after the season. We'll just simulate this. I don't really care. Normally, the Lakers end up winning the championship every time I do this, but the Nets actually won a championship in 7. James Harden finally got a ring. Now it's time to. I want to secure Curry. I'm not gonna lie for the contract extension, but I will have him because again, 10-minute rebuilds. I'm only simming one season. So first thing to start is with the draft lottery. So the chances aren't horrible, but the Warriors have the 11th pick. I think I'm going to go ahead and trade that. I don't really see anything with that. Now again, once I make the trade, the time will start. So the first pick. Now, it's interesting, okay? I want to see how the performances were. So Curry, he averaged 25 a game. So Curry was very solid. He's definitely staying, obviously. Klay Thompson averaged 18, but it was the first season back, so I'll give him some slack. But then again, so 18, honestly, pretty underwhelming, I'm not going to lie. 2 rebounds a game, 2 assists a game. But that 3-point shooting is just crazy. Now, Wiggins put up 16 a game, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. So not horrible by him either. Draymond, he's putting up in the 6s, but I think I want to trade Draymond and Wiggins. Their contracts are just too much. And now James Wiseman, I got to look at, where is he at? Is he up more? I gotta see how this dude's doing. He put up 15 and 8, so not even bad. I think he's a good centerpiece for the Warriors. I think a trade I do have to make, though, is going to have to be Andrew Wiggins. And I want to see what I can get from Andrew Wiggins in the first-round pick. And I want it to obviously be a good trade. Now, we could get Quickly, but I don't want Emmanuel Quickly, honestly, because we have a point guard already. Christian Wood. That's actually, okay, I would say that's a good trade, but I'm not sure about Eric Gordon's salary. I'm kind of just trying to dump this dude, honestly, Wiggins, and then pick up someone better in the offseason. But I did that last time and it didn't end well. So obviously, it starts when I make the first move. So I'm gonna go ahead, go to the NBA draft, and then I'll start because I'm lingering way too much, and at this point it's more than 10 minutes. I cannot make decisions for that long, so I'm gonna have to change that. I should not be able to make decisions for that long, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start it in 3, 2, 1. Sorry, I'm gonna start in 3, 2, 1. Boom, because I cannot be making decisions for that long. So I'm gonna see who I want. Do I want Jalen Johnson? Zaire Williams, one position, Jalen Johnson. Small forward. I might actually pick that dude up because then I can build around. So I think I'm going to pick him up. Yes, I'm going to pick up Jalen Johnson. Sim to the end of the draft. All right, we're going to go to rookie signing. I don't really care, really. 79 overall, Jalen Johnson at small forward is a very good pick. And then we also got David Johnson, not bad. Team player options. I'm going to pick up these 3. Now, there's going to be it's going to be a big summer of trades happening right now. So, it's going to start off. First, I want to see the free agent class. I want to see what our cap space is looking like. How's our cap space? We have no cap room. No cap room at all. So, we need to put a star around Curry. I'm going to trade Wiggins right off the bat. Wiggins, and I think it's time to say goodbye to Draymond also. I mean, you got to do what you got to do sometimes. The Chris Middleton wouldn't even be a bad pickable with Brook Lopez. That's honestly kind of a dub right there. I'm not going to lie. Now, I'm going to look at a few more options that I have. Now, if I throw in a pick, right? Now, that would actually be pretty nice, right? If I negotiate a trade right now for... I want to get a good small forward right now. That's what I'm focusing on, our power forward. Because that's what we're going to be losing. Actually, no, I want a power forward. I want a power forward because we're going to build around the small forward. So I want a power forward. Possibly, I'm not going to try to trade for Julius. I'm going to try. This would be a nice pick because this dude always progresses so good in this game. Now, if I try to trade Wiggins, it's already unvalid. And Valanciunas, they're not going to say yes to this. But if I throw in a first round with Andrew Wiggins, with Draymond Green, it's going to be hard. But if they give me, who's on a bad contract that they want to trade? Anthony Mellon, still not going to work. So if I just do this, and then we get a counter offer for some picks, like all our first rounds. Did we trade a first round pick already? Alright, that's not gonna work. If I do this, and then they gotta throw in someone for cap, obviously. Anthony Mellon, maybe. It looks like it's not gonna happen, so I don't know what to trade. Let me try just a trade finder for these individuals. So let me try an Andrew Wiggins trade real quick. You know what? Let me try Andrew Wiggins and Draymond Green because we don't got much time. And then first, I'm protected. And okay, this is where the options are flowing. So Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton is not bad, but the contracts are very high. I'm not gonna lie. And then it's not bad though, but they are older now. Christian Wood and John Wall is not even a bad deal. I know the contracts are higher, but a 3-year $97 million contract, and we already have a point guard. That's not good, but we can get a center right here, put him at power forward. I think this is a good trade right here, and then we could also get John Wall, who I can do something with. So now, let's see how the team is looking. Now, if I go ahead, check this team out. We're already a pretty solid lineup now. Now, if I put Christian Wood at the power forward, because we have James Wiseman at center. He goes up to an 87, guys. Look at that, 87. So he's already 87, Christian Wood. Now, if I go to free agency, we're not gonna have room for anything at all. But if I go to like a low-tier free agent, maybe, Derrick Rose would be nice to see him get a ring. You know what I'm saying? But he's not gonna accept that. So if I just go at this point and look at the roster, I think it's gonna be all through trades. So now I'm gonna try to trade. I think a good player to flip would be. It's kind of hard. We kind of just have picks really. Because Jalen Johnson's a good player. I cannot even trade him, right? No, I can't. So Eric Pascal maybe. Moses Brown, that's pretty good. But again, it's a big move. We're looking pretty solid with the team, but we need another star to win a championship here. So I think the thing to do, how long can he not be traded for? He can't be traded for 60 days. So I think the goal is to go ahead, because I am allowed to do this. Now I want to check quickly if I can even do anything for qualifying offers or pre-free agency moratorium or whatever it's called. I want to see if I can even get anybody really, like a decent player. I don't know. Let me see if we have any more cap to trade. Because then if not, I think John Wall I want to trade now. I can't do that though, because then I could pick up a good player, but I can't trade John Wall right now. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make a trade with John Wall in the regular season. It's easier because I can see the coach playbook and the coach plan, so that's going to make everything a lot better. Then I can go ahead and actually make this trade. Again, this draft class doesn't matter because I cannot simulate past this season, but 2022 real players, whatever. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make some moves because I got to check this coaching, how we're actually doing, because what the Kings rebuild wasn't great. But now we're not a bad team, and then we got John Wall off the bench who I could go ahead and trade. Let's see. I can't trade him for 46 days. Okay, so if I simulate like a month and see how we're doing, let's simulate this. And then we'll have CPU adjust rotation. Then I'll make some moves because we have 4 minutes left. So let me just simulate this quick. So we're not doing great right now. I'm not gonna lie, we're not doing amazing, but we're 8 and 12. Moves have to be made. The team's chemistry is not even that bad. It's like a 65, so it's not great, but it's not horrible. I'm not gonna pretend it's horrible. So I think it's time to make this trade though, because I don't think I doubt this is doing good. Let's see how the coach game plan is. So Christian Wood's not doing bad. John Wall, he's averaging 12 a game, so he's not even being used here. We're good. Wiseman is putting up 18, so he's doing better. Wood's putting up 13.7, though he's dropping off a cliff, but he's still putting up 13 and 10, so he's not doing bad. Jalen Johnson's putting up 12 and 6. Clay's just getting worse. He's putting up 15 a game now. I mean, the assists are going up, but I don't know what's happening to Clay right now. His shooting's still good, though. Curry's putting up for 23 again. It's a hard team now to play on, but he's doing good, Curry. So I think it's time to trade just John Wall, because it's not even worth it at this point. So I think I'm going to trade John Wall for... At this point, do I get Chris Paul off the bench? But then that takes away from Curry, right? It definitely does. So it's not even a smart trade. Unless I can put Chris Paul somewhere. Let me see how this would even work if I get a Chris Paul. Because every position is loaded. And unless I was to put Clay at the 3... and I put Chris Paul at the 2. I don't know how that would work though. So let me see what happens if I put, just hypothetically. He's not too bad with Chris Paul at the 2. So if I keep that, let me just see that. And then who's our shooting guard anyway? We really didn't even, Clay was our shooting guard. So if I put Clay here, okay. I don't know how that works. Because what are we really missing on this team? We're missing... I mean, I don't know. We're really missing a center. So, let me try to trade John Wall just for cap. But I want to throw in John Wall and actually get something out of it. So, Hayward wouldn't be too bad of an option to pick up. Enes Kanter wouldn't be bad. And then we can get Draymond back. But I don't know if I want that, to be honest. Chris Paul, but then I could probably do something with that. Let me just do player finder. If not, I will do Chris Paul, but player finder for power forward. And then, well, we have Christian Wood there actually. Small forward. I'm just trying to think. Like MPJ, and we can actually get MPJ. Okay, I'm doing this. I know. Okay. It sounds dumb, but it's so easy to get MPJ. He's on a 1-year deal, so I'm going to go ahead and make a trade for him. Now, we're giving up some depth, but we're getting MPJ, and then again, we're just doing it for a season. So this is a good trade. I mean, MPJ's young. I'm not sure what position Michael Porter Jr. even plays. I think he's a small forward. So I'm going to put Clay back at the 2, MPJ at the 3. And then what happens if MPJ went to... Yeah, he goes down. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this dude back at the 3. We're going to fix this lineup. Klay Thompson, Michael Porter Jr., Christian Wood, James Wiseman, and then John Wall. So I still want to trade John Wall, but if not, that's fine. And then I can simulate, obviously. I don't have to simulate it within the 10 minutes. So I could trade John Wall. That would be cool. And at this point, I think I'm just going to try to dump him at this point. I don't want him to mess up Curry's efficiency, but I think Chris Paul off the bench would be nice. So I think that's what I'm going to do, just because John Wall's still playing point guard and he's not doing much. I think Chris Paul can actually do something for this unit, and I'm just trying to get rid of this dude anyway. The contracts are literally the same, but Chris Paul is a higher overall, and I know you normally don't go by that, but I just am going to do this trade. And Chris Paul is actually coming off the bench, so it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. So I'm going to put, let's see if Chris Paul went just to a different position. He actually goes up at shooting guard, but Clay's a shooting guard. I think I'm going to run him at a shooting guard position, just so he doesn't take away from Curry. That's what I'm going to do, guys. So now I'm going to see how this works. So he's still coming off the bench as 6-man. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm done. I don't want to touch this team anymore. Playoffs is a contention. The lineups are doing fine. It's not bad, but I'm going to go ahead. This timer's almost done anyway. So I'm going to go stop this, simulate this season, and I'll be back. Alright, it's the end of the season, and the Warriors finished with a winning record for the first time in a bit. So, BJ Boston won Rookie of the Year. I could have picked him up. So first off, Hornets are winning tons of Rookie of the Year. I could have picked this dude up. That was a mistake, actually. I should have picked him up. Jalen Suggs, 6-man. Giannis, offensive again. NYP, Pressure Chua. Okay. So we should be in the playoffs, and the Warriors are actually the 7th seed. So I'm going to simulate this game. And wow, the Warriors lose. Okay, so another fail. That's actually disappointing, I'm not going to lie. I want to see how the Warriors even did in this series. Warriors. I mean, Curry's doing what he can. Christian Wood's been up 15 and 10. He played 44 minutes. Wasn't doing okay. Klay Thompson's just not doing well anymore. Chris Paul, I don't know what's up. This team is just not performing at all. I'm not going to lie. I don't know what's up with this team. Curry's injured, and he's still doing better. Klay's putting up 14 in the playoffs. MPJ's putting up 12. Chris Paul, I mean, this team is just not doing great. I think I made a mistake. I don't think these players play well together at all. But that's going to wrap it up for this video, guys. Again, it was a fail. I thought I had a pretty good roster, but you know what's bad? When Klay gets taken out of the starting lineup. He actually played off the bench. I didn't change out anything. They put Klay off the bench, and it still failed. But the Warriors made a return to the playoffs for the first time since 2019. So I mean, if you want to look at it like that, I guess it's good, but it's a step in the right direction, guys. That's gonna wrap it up for this video. I am sorry for this, and you guys could not even see the record. But yes, I was covering it. But that's gonna wrap it up for this video. I'm out. Peace.